All right. So here's what we're going to expect. Here's what to expect from today. So we're going to start right now from right where we are right now. We're all at different places and paces in our lives and our businesses, in the different priority areas that we're going to look at. But we're going to start literally from where we are right now. And we're going to dig into who you are, what lights you up, the things that are already on your, like, kind of marinating on your heart and mind. And as you kind of headed into this, I guarantee you already had a couple of goals in mind, or just things like the bucket list that you're like, man, it would be great if I could do this, right? So all those things, we're going to get it out of our heads and hearts and onto paper. And we're going to start from where we are now. And, that might take 30 minutes. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. Probably 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes each way. And then, or each little bullet. And then we're going to go backwards, because if you've read The Gap and the Gain, or if you are in the Replicate Your Results course that Sarah and I are rolling out live right now, we're having everybody read through or listen through that book. It is amazing. If you haven't listened to it yet, definitely put it on your bucket list. That can be one of your goals. But essentially, we're going to live in the gain, and we're going to go back, especially for those of you guys who've done goal setting, the 50% or so of you who've done this thing before. You're going to go back and you're going to review the last year. And then you're even going to go back further than, and you're going to go back 3 to 5 years. And I want you to look specifically on how you've grown as a person, how you've grown in your business, how maybe your marriage has grown. And if you're not, you're kind of going in one or two directions, right? Like you're either going backwards or you're going forwards. Like it's really difficult for things to just kind of stay. So that can be your finances. COVID was a interesting time frame, and like some of us, like, businesses exploded and finances became amazing. For others, it's like the opposite, and finances have been really hard. So you've likely gone forward or backwards in different areas, but what matters is right where you are right now. And then after that, and this will probably be the after lunch portion, is we're going to focus on who do you want to become? Because again, if you're in Replicate Your Results, you know that we focus on the be, do, have. Meaning, instead of trying to have everything all together before you get started, or instead of trying to do all the things to maybe have the result, we're going to focus on the in game result of who you want to become 1 year from now, like what you want your life and your business to look like. And again, there's a framework for that. And then finally, the what can you do to get there? So that's where we're going to actually take the time to set some clear goals together and break them down into action steps. Oh shoot, Sarah, the controls on Demio got a phone call and everything is silent. Yeah, logging back in. I'm sorry, girl. Not sure what's happening there. Okay. Okay, yes, I think we're good. All right, y'all ready to dive in? Let's do this thing. Okay, so if you have power sheets, I'm gonna make it real tricky, because I'm not gonna start like right at the very beginning. I'm gonna kind of dig in. Well, actually, okay, just kidding. Hang on, go backwards. We're gonna actually, before we get into that, we are gonna do the brainstorm bucket list. Okay, I meant to make a slide for this. I want you to right now, it actually is, like, write your name in your power sheet, and then you're gonna go to page 5 if you've got this one, and you're going to do a brainstorm bucket list dump. So we're only going to spend 5 minutes here. I'm going to play some like light Christmas music. You can totally mute me, but we're going to come back in 5 minutes. And let me set a timer on a little. Let me set a timer. Oh, let's see. Timer. Oop, hang on, guys. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna play some Christmas music. We're gonna just get what's already in your head. It's not perfect. Mine's really ugly, no colorful pens. Yours can be colorful, whatever you want to do. But just write down things. Like, some examples are: save more money, get outdoors more, take care of my body, be present with my loved ones, grow my friendships. One of mine is less time on the phone, time block, meal prep and honor it, a daily house sweep, average my sales for my personal business 5 to 5,000 by the end of the year. Golf 1 times a week, but be okay with average. These are just like some things that were on my head and my heart that I dove in. Okay. So we're going to set the timer, play some Christmas music, and I will see you guys back in 5 minutes. Does that make sense? And I'll answer questions in the chat if you have any. Let's do this. All right, guys. Okay. So hopefully that gave you enough time. Again, this is going to be like the whole end game result to really get clear on this. But hopefully this is just kind of a way to get, again, the clutter that's in our minds, like the inspirations, the things that have come to us as we headed into this to just get them out on paper. I took the time, as I told you guys, I kind of color code everything. So I took the time to circle the ones that were business related, the ones that were personal related, and the ones that were family to kind of see where I was heavy or if I was kind of balanced. Because depending on where you are, it might be heavier in one area. And that's okay too. We're going to get there. All right. But in fact, that's where we're going to go next. So the next place that we're going to go is anybody have any questions about the first one before I dive in to this next thing? Is that helpful? Anybody have any comments? Anything they want to share? Anyone? Okay. If not, we're going to go ahead and dive in.